Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. Today in this video we are going to see how to enroll student in LearnDash on Razorpay payment. So I am managing my courses digitally, and here my objective is that whenever a payment is captured via Razorpay, then automatically a student should enroll for a course in LearnDash. And because LearnDash is a plugin of WordPress, so we have to create a user in WordPress first, and after that particular user would be enrolled as a student in LearnDash. And for that I'm simply going to create a connection between Razorpay, WordPress and LearnDash with the help of Pabbly Connect. Pabbly Connect works on two principles. First is trigger and second is action. Here my trigger application is Razorpay and my action applications are WordPress and LearnDash. To learn how to do this, let me take you to my screen. In this video, we are going to see how to enroll a student in LearnDash on Razorpay payment. So I am managing my courses digitally, and I want that whenever a payment is made through Razorpay, then automatically that particular student should enroll for my course. And for that, I am going to use Pabbly Connect, which will help me to automate this entire process. Now, to begin with the process, we are first going to search for pabbly.com/connect. And as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. On my right hand side, you can see two options over here, sign in and sign up free. If you are an existing user, then simply click on sign in. But if you're a new user, then please click on this tab sign up free. It won't take more than 2 minutes, and yes, you will also get 100 free tasks every month. So I'm simply going to click on sign in as I'm an existing user. And here we have reached all Pabbly application page. Now let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And here we have reached the dashboard of this application, and if you want to create a new folder, then simply click on this icon and create a new folder. As I want to create a new folder for my new workflow, so I'm simply going to click on this, and here a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name the folder. So I'm going to name my folder as Razorpay to LearnDash. Now let's click on create. And we have successfully created a folder. Now again on my right hand side, you can see a tab named as create workflow. Let's click on this, and here a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name the workflow. So I'm going to name my workflow as enroll student in LearnDash on Razorpay payment. And as you can see over here that I have selected a folder named as Razorpay to LearnDash, which I have created just now. By clicking on this drop down over here, you will find all the folders which you have created earlier. Now let's click on create. So as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got us to extremely important events. First is trigger and second is action. Trigger is when this happens and action is do this. Basically, action here is the response of a trigger application. Now my trigger application is going to be Razorpay. Let's click on this. And here we have to select a trigger event. This is the event which will make your workflow start. Let's click on this. And here you will find various trigger events, but I'm simply going to select payment captured, and it says triggers when the status of the payment is changed to captured. Let's select this. And after that, as you can see over here, that Pabbly Connect has provided us the webhook URL over here, which will act as a bridge between our Razorpay account and our Pabbly Connect account. And given below here are the steps to set up this webhook URL. Now I'm simply going to copy this webhook URL from here. And after that, let me take you to my Razorpay account. Now here in Razorpay, go to accounts and settings. And here in accounts and settings, you will find website and app settings. And inside website and app settings, you will find webhooks. Click on this. And here in webhooks, I'm going to click on add new webhook. Now after that, the webhook URL which was provided us by the Pabbly Connect account, we have to paste that webhook URL over here. And after that, I'm going to select my active event as payment captured. And now let's click on create webhook. And we have successfully created a webhook over here. Now let's go back to our Pabbly Connect account. And there is a note which says, now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. And now to do a test submission, I'm going to do a test payment over here for my course. And for that, I'm going to enter all the dummy details over here. For the course, I'm selecting PHP and MySQL. After that, I'm going to click on pay. And I want to make a payment via card. After that, here we have to enter the card details. Now I'm going to click on save card securely for future payments. And after that, click on pay now. And here it is asking us for the OTP, so I'm going to enter the OTP. After that, click on submit. And we have successfully made a payment via Razorpay. Now let's go to our Pabbly Connect account and check whether we have received a response or not. And as you can see over here that we have successfully received a response. The payment entity status is captured. The first name is Smart, the last name is User, and the phone number is this. Email address is smartuser@pabblytunes.com, and the payment entity node scores is PHP and MySQL, and the payment entity method is card, which means we have successfully set up our trigger application. Now my action application is going to be filter. So I have selected my action event as filter by Pabbly, as it will help me to set up the condition as per my requirements. After that, we have to select an action event. Let's click on this, and I'm going to select filter values. Now let's click on connect. And moving ahead, we have to select label, filter type, and its value. And for the label, I'm going to use a method called as mapping. Basically, mapping means to insert the data from the previous steps. So I'm going to map the label from the previous response which I have received through Razorpay, and I'm going to map payment entity node scores. And my filter type would be equals to, and the value for this label would be PHP and MySQL. Now let's click on save and send test request. So as you can see over here that we have received a response and the status is success and the message says condition is true. After that, I'm going to add another action step by clicking on this plus icon over here. And my another action step would be WordPress. And because LearnDash is a plugin of WordPress, so I am going to add this action step as WordPress. And here we have to select an action event. Let's click on this, and here you will find various action events, but I'm simply going to select create a user, as I'm going to create a user in my WordPress first. After that, click on connect. And now to connect our WordPress account with our Pabbly Connect account, we need to set up a connection. For that, I'm simply going to select add new connection. But if you have an existing connection, please select existing connection. Now to add a new connection, we have to enter all these details over here, which is asking us for the WordPress username, WordPress password, and the base URL. And given below here are the instructions to find all these details over here. And for the base URL, let me take you to my WordPress account. And given over here is the base URL. I'm going to copy this base URL from here, and after that I'm going to paste it over here in my Pabbly Connect account. So as I've entered all the required details over here, so I'm going to click on save. And we have successfully connected our WordPress account with our Pabbly Connect account. Now let's move ahead. Here we have to enter email address, username, password, which are the required details. So I'm going to map the email address over here, which is smartuser@pabblytunes.com. And now to enter the username, I'm going to enter the first name of the user. And after that, I'm going to add underscore over here. And then I'm going to add the last name of the user. So this is my username. And now I'm going to enter the password. And for the password, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to enter the first name over here. And then I'm going to enter @123. So I have mapped the username and the password. And whatever the details we are mapping will get replaced when this automation will work in real time. Now let's move ahead. Here we have to enter the first name and the last name now. And the first name is Smart. The last name is User. Name, nickname, description are not required, so I'm leaving it empty over here. And I'm going to select the role as subscriber. Now let's click on save and send test request. So as you can see over here that we have received a response. The ID is this, and we have created a username as smart_user, and the name is smart user. The email address is smartuser@pabblytunes.com. And we have selected the role as subscriber, and we have received all the required details over here. Now I'm going to add another action step by clicking on this plus icon over here. And now my action step is going to be LearnDash. And here we have to select an action event. Let's click on this. And here you will find various action events, but I'm simply going to select enroll into course. And now let's click on connect. And now to connect our LearnDash account with our Pabbly Connect account, we need to set up a connection. And for that, I'm simply going to select add new connection. But if you have an existing connection, please select existing connection. Now to add a new connection, we have to enter all these details over here, which is asking us for the username, password, and the site URL. So I'm going to enter my username, password. And now we have to enter the site URL, for example, this. So let's go back to our WordPress account again. And I'm going to copy the site URL. And after that, I'm going to paste it over here. So as I've entered all the required details to add new connection, I'm simply going to click on Save Now. And we have successfully connected our LearnDash account with our Pabbly Connect account. Now let's move ahead. Here we have to select a course ID and the user ID. So I have selected my course ID as PHP and MySQL. And now to enter the user ID, I'm going to enable mapping. And now I'm going to map the user ID from the previous response which we have received through WordPress, which is this. And after that, let's click on Save and Send Test Request. And here we'll receive the value response as blank. So let me take you to my WordPress account. And here in users, I'm going to search for the email address of the username, which was smartuser@pabblytudes.com. So as you can see over here that we have successfully enrolled a student in our LearnDash named as Smart User, and this was the username which we have created via WordPress, and this is the email address smartuser@pabblytudes.com, which means we have successfully connected our Razorpay account with our LearnDash. Now let's go back to our Pabbly Connect account. So as we have successfully connected our trigger and action application and it was a successful workflow, so let's summarize this quickly. Here my trigger application is Razorpay and my trigger event is payment captured. Here my action application is filter by Pabbly and my action event is filter values. Here my another action application is WordPress and here my action event is create a user. And at last my action application is LearnDash and here my action event is enroll into course. And if you also want to enroll student in LearnDash on Razorpay payment, then simply follow this workflow step by step. Hope this video was a helpful one. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate many other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, then you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, then you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. If you want to ask any pricing related issue, then you can directly reach out to us at this website. And if you find this video helpful in any way, then do not forget to share it with your friends and please subscribe to our channel to learn more such automations.